Hey everybody, it's Erin Reed, and today we're going to make some mini succulents. Now, I got the idea because I just got finished making these giant ones, well, bigger than my mini ones anyway, for Kuhn & Felt, of which you can see how I created the large ones in 3 different fun colors, and how I created these cute little terracotta pots and glittered them up. Look how pretty those are. Here's a close-up picture. And what I used is I used the color shift and the glitterific in a variety of colors. I had a blast using these fun colors that I got when I was at Creativation this past year. And you saw them in my unboxing video, and a lot of you asked, I can't wait to see you guys use this product, and here it is. So you gotta head over to the Kuhn & Felt videos or channel, which the link will be at the end and also up in the iCard, so you can see how I made the big ones and also how I used the paint on the pots. All right, today's video on my channel is how to make mini versions of these cute little succulents, which I think are just so stinking adorable, and they're so easy to make, and they look so cool in felt. I think it's so fun. One of the cool things I really love about this felt, and this was an Earth Day inspired project, is it is made from 100% recycled bottles, which I think is so stinking cool. This is also a video in conjunction, and it is a card hop, where we're all doing something with flowers. Now, I know a succulent is not a flower, but it looks like a flower. So you can use this exact same technique I'm showing you. And sorry about the shadows, it's getting dark and I had to turn my light on. You can use this exact same procedure and technique I'm showing you with other colors of felt, and it'll look like a flower. I already have the green out, and I didn't want to waste all these little scraps of green. So this is the color I used to make with this. This is an old piece of Kuhn & Felt that I had. It's called leaf green. And these are the classic felts. This one's called pirate green, which I think is funny. And that's how I made this little guy. So I literally was using scraps this big to get this done, and I didn't want to pull out another color and, you know, waste more. So I'm going to use this little, actually I'm going to use this one right here. So all I'm going to do, take a pen, start in an area where I can kind of draw a big circle, because we're going to make a spiral. And all I'm going to do is start off making a zigzag. And then I'm going to make a second zigzag. It's almost like I'm trying to make a big giant star, or you're making triangles that don't finish the bottom, so you're not finishing it out, and then you spiral it around. Don't worry about being exact. Doesn't matter how big. The bigger, so these guys, I made zigzags that were that big to make these big guys. But again, go check out the video. For the video hop, I'm going to continue doing my zigzags all the way around. Just keep on going. I'm going to keep going, but I may not end up I might end up cutting some of these off. So I'm just doing more than I think I need. I think that's good. For the video hop, make sure you check up in the iCard for the links, and also down below for the links, and also links for all the supplies that we're using today. So you can check out all the other cool people in our Just Cards video hop, and there's some really cool inspiration that you can go check out there. So make sure you go check them out, like them, love their channels, give them a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like. There are some really cool people that are in this hop, and everybody loves a little bit of love. So check them out. You never know what you're going to find, and ideas that you might just absolutely love. And if you love flowers, this month we do this hop. Actually, this is our 3rd month. I missed the first one. I was a little too busy. This is the 3rd month we're doing one, and we always have some sort of it's like a challenge where we have a theme, and this theme is flowers. I'm stretching it a little bit by doing the succulent, but that's okay. All right, so if you can tell, so hard at this point, I'm going around, and you do not have to be exact. I'm just cutting them and keeping the points, basically. So I'm just going around in a circle, cutting them out. Now, here's the cool part about this particular technique. Okay, now I'm going to come back because there's my beginning, right? Let's say you didn't do points. Let's say you did rounds or scallops, or you did mini bumps, or you just did a straight spiral. It would make it look all like a different flower based on the shape that you're giving each. So this is like all what I would call jagged. If you change the shape on the end, it makes it look like a different flower. So I think that's so cool. And just changing one little thing, but keeping the same technique. And truly, I have found that the more imperfect you are with this, the better. It looks more natural, which I think is the best. If the pen bothers you, because you can kind of see little bits of it, not too bad. Actually, you barely see the tips. To me, it looks like it's a darker part of the cacti, so I kind of like it. But if it bugs you, freehand it. Just go in and do jagged, and just go in and do the circle. I'm really bad at freehanding stuff like that, so that's why I have to draw it. Okay, you want to get something that's going to be either like a hot glue. I'm using Fabri-Tac from Beacon. And you're going to start with what I would call the clean side, not the side with your pen marks. And you're going to start from the outside edge. And all you're going to do is come in with my little glue jar so I can have my glue uncapped and upside down. So when I'm ready to add the glue, it's there. When I'm not ready, it just pops back in there. First thing you're going to do is you're going to start, basically you're just going to roll it in on itself. It's going to look funny at first, but it'll start making sense once you get going. So you're going to start rolling it. There it is. There's the inside of your cactus. When you've run out of glue, just at the bottom here, just follow that zigzag. You don't need to overdo it. I personally don't like using hot glue for this because I'll burn the crap out of my fingers because I'm touching the glue all over right now. It's all over the bottom of my fingers. Keep on rolling this. Now, I want to put all 3 of these little cacti on a card, and I want them to look pretty much the same size. So I'm going to judge, because I may stop rolling if I feel like I'm about the same size. I need to go a little bit more. And then I'm just going to cut it off wherever I feel like I'm done. Now, if you weren't worried about being same size, you would completely roll all the way up. And this little big thing right here, that's what you would rest it on. But see how much this is so much bigger? So I'm not going to make it that big. I think I'm going to cut it off right about here. This big piece right here would be like the stability to hold the whole thing together. But you can do exactly what I'm doing and just stop it short. So it's not a big deal. You could have fun with this and make this a ton of different colors. See, I think it's still too big. I went too much. I'm just going to cut off another couple sections. And that's how you can create the size of your cactus. And I'm just smashing it down as I knock over my other ones. I'm just smashing them down to make them a little bit more flat so I don't have super tall cacti on my card. This guy lost a little bit of its stick because I didn't put glue on there. So I'm just going to add the glue back on. Look at that. Look how cute. Here's some up close pictures of these little guys. So I've grabbed a few supplies to kind of get the base of my card, and I really want the cacti to shine, so I'm not going to overwhelm how much I'm putting on these. So I started off with just a really pretty script paper that's already a 6x6. That is from Canvas Core, and I'm kind of measuring out the size of my cacti. And they're a little bit over 1 inch. So I'm going to cut this to be, I'm going to start with 2 inches just to see if I have enough room. I'm going to go to 2.5. Give them a little bit more room to wiggle. I can always cut it to be shorter, but I can't make it wider. So it fits nicely. I want to trim this just a tiny bit shorter because I love being able to see some of that stitching and have it just kind of look like it's nestled in there. Yeah, that's just too wide. Let's go to 2.25. Constantly change my mind based on just how it looks. I'm not trying to shove something in there. Now, I was thinking about putting these on a little grid, so I need to get some craft paper. So I love just being able to add that little hint of craft, and I have this little smidgen left. Since I made this 2.25, I'm going to make these squares to be, well, it's already 2 inches, so let's try a 2x2. It might be a little squishy though to fit all these in. Oh, but I could go off center. So look at that. Sometimes it just works to your benefit. You think one plan and then it changes on you. I'm loving that. I always kind of have a plan in my head for what I want to do with my cards, and it never fails. I end up modifying that plan just a little bit just to make it work better. I'm loving that. I love that grid feeling, and then that it's really showcasing each of them. All right, so this is kind of going for a little bit of a shabby chic-y look, but not. But I am an inker. I have accepted the fact I am an inking of edges kind of a girl. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink. Now, since I'm gluing something that's upside down, paper to something, I'm going to continue using the same glue, and I'm going to use it for the entire project just to make sure that everything actually sticks. So I'm going to flip this over. Make sure your script, it's in French, but I can see that it's very rough French. I'm having a hard time kind of making it. I can speak a little bit of French, but not much. Okay, I want my swirls to kind of shine through, and then these are going to, and since I'm gluing everything anyway. But the cool thing is you're not going to see the middle of the swirl, so we're going to pull this guy apart. And I want to make sure I can see more of the swirls than you might be able to if I didn't pull it apart. All right, I think I've got the feel for where I want it. Next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take a picture, and again, sorry about the shade. I moved my light out. It's probably really bright for you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take a quick picture. I'm trying to get a project done as it's getting close to being the end of the day. And the light is just killing me here. So I'm gonna very carefully pull them up and then just place them down. Trying to stay within the card, just like that, and then place it down. Come up with the next one, and then place it down right there. And just double check where my piece goes. Yep, I can still see it. Here's another little guy right here. So I'm going to continue doing the same thing, but I'll speed this part up. And there we go. All I need to do now is I need to attach glue, and it will just do its best to glue with whatever it has a chance to stick to. Keeping it centered, I already have them kind of laid down where I want. Middle one's gonna fit a little more snugly to the card than the others, but that's okay. I'm actually gonna put the succulent that's has the most depth to it in the middle one because it's the one that's the lowest to the actual card. So I made sure I put glue. This one needs actually a little more glue right along here because it's not touching the entire card. It's just kind of hitting certain sections, pretty much wherever the pearls are. And then I'm going to come in, flatten this out as much as possible. I'm going to add glue all the way around, including the little leaves. And then in the center, come in and really press this down because I don't want this to be super tall. I want it to have some depth, but not a ton. And just kind of clean up the edges. And then glue the next one down. You could do this exact same type of card, this feel of a card, but instead of these little mini cacti, you could just do pre-made flowers, or you could make your own flowers from punches. I mean, any kind of something kind of cool in the center of the card would look really pretty. It's up to you what you would want to have to be in that center. And that's it. There's our card. Don't forget to check out how to make these fun cacti over on the Kuhn & Felt with this cool glitter. If you wanted to actually glue these into here, you could, but I chose not to because I may use the pots for something else at a future date. And all supplies are listed below. Don't forget to check out all the other people that are in our fun Just Cards block hop, how to use flowers. I made succulents, but shh, don't tell anybody. And please subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.